What's up, guys? It's Yo Mama. That was for the fam. What's up, guys? It's Mama K. And today we're doing Black Ops 6 Zombies for Beginners. This is Terminus on Standard. So unlike Directed, we're not going to have the instructions on the screen, and I'm going to walk you through everything that I'm doing. Now, a lot of people ask, why am I doing this series? Something that I've noticed with my community specifically is that I have a lot of beginners, and that's okay. The point of this series is to walk you guys through step by step everything that I do so you know how to do it as well. So the first thing that we're going to do right here in spawn, everybody knows this step, I'm still just going to cover it, is we're going to turn on this amp. You do have to protect it and make sure the zombies aren't attacking it. Now I'm using the Maelstrom shotgun. I'll have that loadout linked in the description below. It is a really good gun. It wasn't always that way, but then it got a nice buff, and when you combine it with double tap that released later on in the Black Ops 6 life cycle, so good. So we're gonna use that to get started, and then we're gonna slowly just make our way down here. We're not gonna save that security guard, RIP. Now, something else, if you guys didn't know, the security guards will drop guns that you can pick up. So I love the Maelstrom shotgun. It's good, but I have slugs on it that does really good damage, but when it's not packed, it's kind of annoyingly slow and frustrating. So if you want to go ahead and pick up another gun, you can absolutely do that as well. Now, you can either work and slowly gradually open up these doors as you go, or you can kind of hang out and spawn for a couple of rounds, because either way you're not going to be able to open up the doors until you get enough points. It honestly does not matter. You can do whatever you want, whether that's stay up here or go down there. Terminus really is a beautiful map. I love what they did to it. I love that it's out on the water, but with that, I don't play it a whole lot because of the water. I like to make jokes about the fart monster, the monster that is under the water while you travel from island to island. I think he really prohibits me from leaving this main island. It's just not something that I want to deal with, which is kind of sad, because I feel like I lose out a lot, but it's definitely my own opinion, you know, it's absolutely okay. We're gonna start the second generator, and all you're gonna do is keep the zombies off again. If you fail it, just flip around. I think this step right here is really what deters a lot of people from playing this map too, especially with like their camo grind, because this step is way more of a pain than Liberty Falls, where you're just opening up the church. Now I'm gonna continue this series. We've already done Liberty Falls Directed and Standard, and then Terminus Directed, and now we are here on Terminus Standard. I like doing this series because I think it gives me just the opportunity to explain everything that I've learned. At this point in time, I have over 54 days in zombies alone. That's, you know, not counting multi or Warzone. So I have a lot of time on this game. I really love Black Ops 6 Zombies. So I figured, why not take what I've learned and help other people do it as well? Because I will get people that come in to my stream all the time and say, hey, I don't know how to do this. Well, I'm gonna teach you. So just be patient with yourself. It does take a lot to kind of learn and get used to. And if you're completing these Easter eggs and you're failing the first time, that's okay. If we're being honest, the very first time I attempted the Terminus boss fight, my squad and I failed. I had no idea what to expect. It was kind of challenging. I was vibing to the music, but technically we failed. And so if that happens, it's okay. Just keep running it back, because I promise you, the more you run the map and the Easter egg, and like the more you get comfortable with it, you're gonna do so much better. And You know, something I was talking to my community tonight is like, I really wish they could see me when I started playing zombies. So my first zombies was back in Modern Warfare. Why did I just say Modern Warfare? Infinite Warfare back in 2016. So I've been playing zombies for a really long time, and it just takes a little bit to kind of learn the ins and outs of the game, and they're all different too. So just be patient with yourself, and I promise it does get better. And once you do, like, I really hope you find like that love for zombies, especially like I have, because I truly think there is no other game like it, you know, especially with zombies. I'm gonna use my melee here. Awesome. Okay, so now we have all of the amps online. We're getting ready to reach our last instruction on the screen. We're gonna jump in the water and turn this on. Stop spitting on me. All right, so the next thing that we need to do is we're gonna work on building the beam smasher. The first step to that is going to be getting electric. So usually with my squad, or whoever is the first one to have 500 in salvage, we'll go ahead and buy the dead wire ammo mod. So you're gonna do that. And then we need to use this lift, and we need to hit 3 boxes. So we're gonna hit 3 pretty quickly, and then 2 we need to leave this lift to go hit. So I always like to make sure my gun is reloaded. Stand right here. There's the first one. Quickly hit the second one, and there's the third one on the back of that house. And then I jump over the railing. You can go to either side, it doesn't matter which one. You're gonna come back in. You can see the box there. Oh, hit that. Hit this other one. And that's gonna open up this wonder weapon room. Now my round just started. There's a security guard in there that has a fob that we need to pick up, but there's a lot of zombies right here. So that is kind of my first tip for beginners, is always be careful and don't rush into spaces that you can't get out of. So if I go into that room right now with all these zombies behind me, I'm not gonna be able to get out of it, okay? And I want to be able to go in there and show you exactly what you're looking for. Okay. All right, now there's a couple. So we have, oh, well, the security guard is dead already. We have the EMF fob. So see how 2 of them just kind of blocked me? All right. Whenever you get into a sticky situation, just run away. So we picked up that fob. Now we went that way to turn on the power. Here's the tank. We're gonna go across this bridge, and we're gonna plug this into a briefcase on the table, and then we're gonna grab that. We get the multi-phasic resonator. There's some vermin. You can kill them if you want. Extra points are nice, so might as well. And now, actually, let's go. We're going to be careful and jump down over this railing. Okay. Be careful you don't fall off the ground unless you have the perk for no fall damage. And then we're going to grab this computer. So if you wonder, there's the cave that we opened up initially. Computer's right there. All right. Now we're going to run back. This is going to let us do kind of 2 things at once. So we grabbed the EMF fob. This is kind of the first phase of building the beam smasher. And then we use that to get the multiphasic resonator. And then now we're turning on 3 computers. So we already grabbed the first one. I came up just the back stairs here. There's the second one. There's kind of the mess hall. There's where Pack-a-Punch is. And that computer's just up those stairs. And then I go right across here. Let's go ahead and Pack-a-Punch because we have 5,000 points. Gonna run straight across, and this is going to be our third one. Now, what this does is this is going to give us 3 different symbols on the computer. We're going to interact with this, and this is going to plug in that multiphasic resonator. And then right here, you need to use the symbols that you have in your game to determine the numbers. And you're going to plug those numbers in. It is very basic algebra. Just remember your order of operations. But I am going to use a website. I'll link that in the description below. It's just really easy to plug it in. That way you don't have to worry about it. There's another little side Easter egg where, well, you can get the code from Peck if you pay him 5,000 points. 5,000 points is a lot, literally the price of pack 1. So we're not gonna bother with that. But if you do, there's another little Easter egg where you can cook a fish and give it to Peck, and he will solve it for you, and then give you your points back. Okay, so we're gonna use this website. It makes things super simple. Or if you want to do the math, you can just use both of those whiteboards on the side, and that will give you your code. Okay, so we have 31, 35, 10. When I first started this, I would do the algebra every single game. I had it shortened on my phone, and yeah, there's just no point. Okay. So now now we're waiting for it to charge. So as you can see, this is kind of triangulating. So that's not going to be done until round 9. If you place it on round 9, then it'll be done on round 10. So just keep that in mind. You kind of can't go forward until you have that done. All right, it looks like the SAM trial is actually nearby. So let's go ahead and do that while we wait. This is going to be great for getting salvage. Hit fire kills, we can do that. SAM trials are super great for getting like perks. Sometimes you'll get tools. Could get Pack-a-Punch crystals, salvage, kill streaks. And it does call in a lot of zombies, but the zombies are only worth like 10 points, I think, 15 points. So that part is really frustrating. Like, I wish if we're using our ammo on these zombies, they should be worth the full amount. That's probably one of my biggest complaints, I'd say. But I get it. Okay, let's check. Okay, so we heard the line that the multiphasic resonator was ready, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that. And now we need to go grab a boat, head out to the islands, and we're going to do 3 different challenges. We got some extra salvage, so let's go ahead and increase our rarity. All right, so now we're blue. Now this Maelstrom shotgun is the shotgun that I'm gonna use in the boss fight. I think a lot of times when I see people struggling to complete the boss fight, they're taking way too long to go in, and they're trying to pack more than one gun. You don't need to. And I will stand on that hill so much. You can only shoot one gun at a time. Now, if someone says, well, what about ammo? What if I run out of ammo? Well, buy some more, right? Because there's ammo caches everywhere. We're gonna take the boat back here. And you can just buy more ammo and save that money, and that way you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so we just drove in the opposite direction the boat was facing. And now you see this blue little orb, so we're on Castle Rock Island. We're gonna plug in, we're gonna interact with that and put down the multiphasic resonator. So now what's gonna happen is the orb is going to shoot some zombies. Alright, I heard it shoot its shot. You can see it lit up blue. So it's gonna do that and drop a blue little orb. So I'm gonna pick that up very carefully. And then we're gonna throw it inside here. Okay, there's the second one. He's coming in. And put it in. Okay, now just keep in mind I am solo right now. So when you're solo, you're gonna have less of those to do versus if you're with a squad. So now this is glowing yellow. I'm gonna pick that up and we're gonna get back in the boat. And now we're just gonna turn around and drive the same exact way that we came in. So the next stop, you can already see the green orb ahead of me. So this is Crab Island. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna interact with that and place the orb. So this is gonna bring in parasites. This one is probably the most annoying because of those parasites. So I try to take those out so I don't have to worry about them. And all you do is kind of just rotate in a circle. Now I also think another big point is, like, if you're getting hurt, it is okay and you should absolutely run away and reset. I think a lot of people try to do too much and then they end up going down, and that doesn't help you, right? Okay, there's the green one. Put that in. Awesome. And now we can pick that up. We're gonna go back to our boat. So we're gonna keep going the same way we were facing. I don't know why the boat seems so wobbly right now. Let's turn right. We're gonna keep going straight until we get to the third island. And if you, for some reason, get turned around, there's only going to be one orb at a time. So if you just explore all the different islands, like, you'll eventually, you know, find the correct order. But yeah, we're going to plug that in. Kill those parasites and the vermin because we can't stand those. Alright, see how my health is a little bit low? It's okay. So now my health is regenerated. It's okay to leave and kind of come back, okay? Like, I always think the name of the game is you, like, play it slow, right? Take it easy. This zombie is lit up, so we're gonna wait till he gets a little bit closer. My electric is going off. Okay, there he is. Just be careful. There we go. My health's a little low. Alright, there we go. And then you need to grab that now. So now we have the ammunition. Okay, so I know that seems like a lot, but that is literally all we have to do to build the wonder weapon. So it is a little bit more difficult compared to the one on Liberty Falls. But when you break it down into steps, I promise it's not bad.
I don't know how aware it is, but if I lay on the old peg charm with some binary sweet talk, might just tell us what hole Richtofen crawled into.
Remember when I was talking about the fish that you could pay peck? There's those red fish right there. You need, like, something explosive to kill them. Like a frag grenade or the GS45 pistols, but you can grab that fish and cook it in the mess hall and then give it to Peck to get your 5,000 points back. Which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool that they added that. Okay. So now we're gonna go back to the wonder weapon room. Can't tell if my round reset. So we're gonna build the wonder weapon. We just need to be careful that we don't get swarmed. Let's go ahead and flip the round. Or, you know, if you have you know, teammates, because you're doing this in the squad, one person can do this. I can also use a grenade. I don't want to waste my not a grenade, a decoy. I don't want to waste that. So we go back to here, and then you're gonna hold and interact with this, and this is gonna build your beam smasher. And then I did this last time. Make sure you pick up the gun that you were using. Okay, so now the next step that we need to do is we're going to obtain the hard drive. So there's one of 3 locations. This is the first one. We're looking for a busted out tentacle trap. That one is full, so we know that's not it. So now we're gonna go downstairs. These guys a quick toss while we have insta kill. All right, we're gonna jump off here. Whee! You'll land in the water. My gloves look so scary in the water. Ooh. Okay. All right, so we're gonna look at the door that we opened to come down here. Well, since I'm right here. So we're by Pack-a-Punch. So when you're by Pack-a-Punch, this door to the left right here can be one, but the crate up top is not broken. And I'm going to show you what that looks like once we get there. So we're going to run all the way across to where we first opened. So this is the door we opened up to get down here. You see how this is all busted out and there's like blood dripping. So the other thing you're going to look for is the ID on the ground. So what you need to do is activate this trap and then use the beam smasher, the laser, until it drops this hard drive. Oh. If it picks you up, just crouch down. That's how you get away from that. But the hard drive is right there on the ground. We're going to pick that up. And we're going to go take it back to Pack. Storm's coming. Just kidding. All right. Let's go ahead and open this door because I'm probably gonna open it anyway. We'll go up here. And then Peck's right here. You do want to be careful to not interact with this computer because if you want Peck to give you the code for the beam smasher, you go to that computer. So just be careful so it doesn't take your points. So now that we've given Peck the hard drive, the next step that we need to release Maya's brother Nathan, the amalgam, from downstairs. So he has a 3-digit code. The first one is down here. So we're gonna look at the hour hand on the clock. So there it says 8. So 8 is our first number. Then you can go down these stairs. That's why I went ahead and opened the door, to make it a nice, easy path for you guys. That way you have the numbers in the correct order. You are inside the mess hall, and on this card is going to be the next one. So that number is 4 on this playing card. So we have 844. Let's go ahead and kill that guy. And then we're gonna run across from Juggernog into engineering, and the days since last injury is 4. So 844 is my code. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead, let's grab Jug. I haven't played Carver in a minute. What was I doing? Oh. Quick revive. It's like almost 5 a.m. right now. I tried to go to sleep tonight, but I couldn't. I am legit so excited for the Black Ops 7 news that's coming out. I haven't been able to sleep, so it's probably gonna make for a long day tomorrow, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm super excited for the zombies reveal. Okay. We can go ahead and jump down. Remember, our code was 844. So you'll go in this middle chamber right here. And this is where Nathan is. You'll need to interact with it the first time, and that's going to reveal him. You can't input the code right away. You have to wait until there's like that little animation is done. So they're telling us about the code, but we already know. Okay, so now let's go ahead and plug this in. All right, 844. All right, now it says unlocked, so he is good to go. And then we're gonna go ahead and flip the round. So what I recommend for the next part, so we've gotten a lot done of the Easter egg already, but what I would recommend is not fighting Nathan until you're Pack-a-Punch 2, because it's gonna help with the Nathan little mini boss fight. And the way I look at it is when you go into the main quest boss fight, you're gonna be Pack-a-Punch 3. So you're working towards Pack 2 and 3 is something you're already doing. So there's no rush to fight him. Just, you know, make sure your guys are ready. Now I'm gonna do it without Gobblegums, but a Gobblegum that you guys could use if you want is Killjoy. And that'll shred him pretty quickly. So we're just gonna get some points here. All right, we have. Always take out those parasites. They're so annoying. All right, and then we're running out of zombies here. So what I would also recommend is save a zombie. And then what you can do is have someone train the zombie while the rest of the team waits, because everybody on your team will need to interact with these handles simultaneously. So I like to do a 3, 2, 1, go. So just make sure your squad is ready. Have everyone in their spot, and who's ever training the zombie can literally just come run up, 3, 2, 1, go, and interact with that. That is the easiest way. And that way we're not changing rounds and having to worry about a new group of zombies. Oh, I'm so close to purple. I love the music for this boss fight. All right, so now we're gonna take down Nathan. So the important thing with him is to give him space. Don't even let him grab you, and just Keep running away. I was like, is he stuck on something? See how we're just shredding him? I'm pack 2 blue with this Maelstrom. And we're just gonna keep running away from him. Always kind of turn and shoot. I kind of got stuck on that zombie right there. Turn and shoot, turn and shoot. This is how you keep your distance. Because if he grabs you, he'll take about half of your health. It can be, he can insta down you if you're not careful. But just give him plenty of space and you're gonna melt him. And if he's focused on one person, the other people can kind of come from the back and also do some more damage. All right, we're gonna go ahead and skip that. Now at this point, only one person needs to go into the water, so you're always going to spawn on the bridge across from Nathan, jump immediately into the water, and then you're going to grab this key card. Usually when I'm playing with my squad, I tell them to head out to the boat. I will grab the key card. You don't have to worry about it. So the next step, you can begin whenever you're ready. Let's go ahead and buy Speed Cola. Not needed, but you can buy it if you want to. Want to see it again? All right, and then I don't have enough for the boat. Well, this guy will give me it. That's silly. All right, so we're gonna buy a boat. Because your first boat will always disappear after you use it. I don't know why, but it always disappears. So now we're going to go out to this abandoned shipwreck. So we're just going the same direction the boat was facing when we called it in. And you're going to go under this first broken little piece right here. And then stop outside this ladder. And then you can go up. And this is going to open the door when you have that key card. Now, once all of your squad is in here, you can grab these nodes. And this is going to begin a little lockdown phase. Now, I think you can use a shock charge to throw onto the door to skip this phase. I've never done that. I don't mind completing this phase. It gives you a little bit of extra salvage. It gives you a max ammo. So I think it's worth the resources. If you're playing with a squad, have each person watch their own window, and it makes things really easy, right? If you get a full squad, everybody at their own window, you know. When I'm by myself, obviously, so I'm just inside, you know, one of the corners. You can do whatever you want. You can run around the whole time. It really doesn't matter. I don't want to buy ammo because it's going to give me a max ammo. There we go. All right, and as soon as that door opens and you get that max ammo, drop down and get back into the boat. All right, so now I have the little node on my back. If you are solo, you can only grab one at a time. And we're just going to look now. There is one here. So we're going to hold this and interact. I'm getting attacked, but we can take those hits. So that's one of the spots. And now I'm gonna go back. If you're playing with a squad, you know, what I would recommend is have one person, you know, or two people can grab the nodes, and then while the person is attaching that, just have the other people protect them. That is the easiest way to get through that step. Okay, now we're grabbing the second one. Drop back down. Yeah. All right, we're gonna drive back to the island. So I saw before we took off that my second one is here. Oh, there's the fart monster. So let's go ahead and pop my Aether Shroud. You can also do that if you have 2 charges. Because I have the extra shroud. So you can do that too if you want. And that'll recharge too before we need to use it again. You could also use decoys if you want, but I definitely think Aether Shot is preferable. Now, that was my 2 nodes. There can also be a 3rd spot. So if you see Speed Cola right there, you take the right side of the tunnel, and you see this little one. See how that one's already connected? That could be a 3rd possibility. Okay, so now we have 2 steps left of the main quest, and that's it. Again, I know it seems super overwhelming, and it is until you can get a handle of it, but only 2 things to do, and they're both pretty easy. So I would say the hardest part of this Easter egg, building the beam smasher, doing that little orb challenge is definitely probably harder for most people, especially if you're new. And the Nathan boss fight, if you can get through those, then the rest of it is pretty easy. All right, I'm getting a little hurt, right? So what we need to do is we need to run away, reposition ourselves. You see how I'm kind of shooting and watching where I'm going? Always know where you're going and kind of what your plan is, and that'll keep you from going down. People go down when they run into things or when they're like taking too many hits. Oh, there's a chopper. So I'm probably not going to end up using this in the boss fight, but if you and your squad are really struggling, I think it's great if everybody brought in chopper gunners, and it'll definitely help your boss fight a lot. All right, I have enough to get purple, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that we have repaired the nodes, we're gonna go, they were talking, and they had said meet back up at the guard station. I was zapping to you, so you didn't hear it, but it's gonna tell you to come up here and get this device. Just talking. Oh, there's Nathan. So what I would say is just be careful in this area. It's really easy to get trapped. Let's go ahead and call in my Aether Shroud again to stay safe. Always have a backup plan. So we're gonna grab this hacking device. Now, to my knowledge, the person that grabs the hacking device is the only one that can do that step. So, for example, if someone were to grab it and disconnect, I don't think there's any way to get another one. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they haven't made any changes to that. But that is something to just kind of keep in mind. The person that grabs that hacking device is the one that has to do the hacking. So what do I mean by hacking? So the next step is we have to go hack 3 buoys in the water. So we are gonna go do that. I need to grab some more ammo. I don't have enough. Well, alright, so we're gonna get into the boat and we're gonna turn this around and we're gonna start by driving in a circle until we see one. So there's the first one right there. See it kind of flashing. I'm gonna go ahead and kill these guys. This is super easy if you have one person driving the boat and another person hacking it. And then all we're gonna do is go into a circle until we find the next one. There is a timer. You've got 2 minutes. It's plenty of time. I always worry that I'm not gonna find them, but just go in a circle. Go towards the shipwreck and you're gonna find it. Oh, back it up, back it up. You don't have to kill those guys, but you can if you want. Oh, they low-key creep me out when they're in the water and I'm in the water. I'm a little bit scared. That's weird. Irrational, I know it's a video game, but ooh wee. Ugh. Not my favorite. Ugh. I'm scared of lakes, if you didn't know. Fun fact. Ugh. They're just so creepy. You can't see what's underneath them. And what if a fish gets my toes? The more you know with Mama K. It's okay. I have no shame, okay? Be yourself. It's alright. We're all scared of something. Sort of. Remember when I said I don't want to go in the water? There we go. Now, also something else too, a little trick, is if you are doing this with a squad, once you start getting that hacking signal on the screen, whoever's driving the boat can actually keep driving. They don't have to stay there the whole time. Obviously, I had to because I was solo, but little pro tip. Okay, now the next thing that you want to do is immediately head into the cave. So right now we're going to be on a bomb defusal step. Now this part is timed, so it is very important that you are getting these bombs diffused as fast as you can. So we're waiting outside the store. A good focal point to try and find these doors, there is one to the left and right of Melee Macchiato, and then one right above it. So the easiest way to do this is, again, if you're in a full squad, have someone defuse. I took my dying wish. That's annoying. And that one's done. I would have someone defuse while someone protects. That's going to be the easiest thing. That way someone can focus on defusing while the other one is protecting. Now you have 5 minutes. That's plenty of time. But the crucial thing here is that if you don't complete this in time, you will fail and your map will explode. I've never failed, so I don't quite know what that animation looks like. But you'll have to start all over. So decoys, ether shroud. I used my ether shroud a second ago, so I don't have another one. Let's try and freeze them a little bit. We're gonna start this. Let's freeze them a little bit with the beam smasher. Go back. And there we go. That was a little trickier. I wish that was a little messier than I wanted it to be, but we did it. And now my ether shroud is ready, but if I would have had another ether shroud, that could have been a little smoother, so that's okay. It happens. So again, to find those, all you do is you look at Melee Macchiato. You've got one to the left, one to the right, and one straight above it on the next floor. So now we're on round 16, and we're all set up. So if I want to go into the boss fight, all I have to do is enter, and we're going to start the final encounter. But I want double tap for the boss fight, and it doesn't come in until 25 when the Wonder Fist comes in. So I'm going to run some rounds, and we'll see you back at round 25. All right, guys, we're on 24. Our round is slowly winding down. So what I'm going to do next, the reason why I said let's reconvene back at 25 is because that's when the Wonderfizz machine shows up. So I think that's one of the bigger differences too for newer players when they're playing on directed versus standard. When you're on directed, the Wonderfizz is there the whole time. When you're on standard, it doesn't come until 25. So we're gonna kill all those zombies, and then we'll have that to get. Gonna jump up here, make our way down to the boat. Makes a very distinct sound when it's coming in, and when you want to identify it on the map, you can see that little cup right there says Der Wonderfizz. So really the only thing that I really wanted to get was double tap. I don't think I really need any of those other perks. I also heard an amalgam come in, so he's behind me. He's gone. All right, so we are pack 3 purple. I'm sorry, we're pack 3 legendary orange. And I still have the electric ammo mod that I bought earlier. And I have tier 3 armor. I have a chopper gunner. And I have jug, speed cola, quick revive, and double tap. So I think I'm gonna be good to go. We're gonna head in. This boss fight should be pretty easy. So what I would say is if you want to go ahead and get all the perks, that's fine, but I would try not to spend too much time. I would definitely get to the boss fight before round 30, because the higher you get, the harder it gets. Okay, so just make sure you're going before there, and you're only working on packing one gun. And I like to do that before I get perks in case I go down, then I don't have to worry about buying them. So we're gonna skip this cutscene and get into the boss fight. So the first thing that I want to do is there's 2 containers located at the front of the boss fight, this one and this one over there. You want to kind of stay behind those, and that way you can do damage on the boss from over here. You can shoot the zombies that come up near you. If you're in the middle, Patient 13 can hit you, so I like to just stay back here. There's no reason to be out in front of it. You can if you want, but take care of the zombies and then shoot Patient 13. So he has these little spots on his shoulder that you're gonna hit. You can see how they're lightly glowing. You're just gonna shoot those. Okay, now I am out of ammo, so that is one important thing too to kind of keep in mind. Make sure you have enough money to refill your ammo. You're gonna get a max ammo in between rounds. Okay, so he's immune, so he should be leaving. All right, now this is some downtime in between when the Patient 13 phases. So what I like to do is train. You can take out those tentacles if you want, that way they're not shooting the gas at you. And you see how I'm just running in a circle and they're following me? I mean, I can walk away faster than the zombies. Look, you see how I'm just walking? Just walk away from them. And then if you want to shoot them, go ahead. Something else that I forgot to mention before we kind of went in is some of the popular, more common gobble gums that I use are dead drops, double points, and who's keeping score. That'll help you get more salvage and points kind of faster. Now for the next phase, we're going to shoot him in his mouth. Some good gobble gums for this phase include Idolize and Killjoy. That way you are hidden from the zombies. You can go ahead and pop Ether Shroud too, same thing. You're going to shoot his mouth, and once you've done all the damage to his mouth, you're going to shoot the yellow spots on his tentacles. I popped the one side so you can slide over here and take out the other. And he's already immune. Now for this next phase, you're going to get the amalgams. Oh, he grabbed me. You got to be careful with that. So I think it's super important when you get the amalgam, call that out with your squad. That way you guys can all work together to take him out pretty quickly. That way he's not grabbing and downing anybody. The most important part of this boss fight is to take your time and always watch your armor. So when you kill these armored zombies, they're gonna drop plates that you can pick up on the ground and keep plating. I like to say all the time, keep moving, keep shooting, right? Watch your armor. These guys are shooting at me. You don't have to shoot at them, but that fart cloud is so annoying. There's an amalgam. So we're just gonna keep running away from him and take him out. Look, he's gone. The Maelstrom is really, really good, especially with double tap. I have double impact and double time and it just shreds. Now the third phase, the patient 13 is sensitive in his eyes, and just look at the electric shredding him. Now he does this blue electric attack that you want to be behind a container. That way, if you're not, see, he's doing it right now. If you're not behind this container, it'll insta down you. So you do want to be careful of that. Some people will jump into the water, but I think the water is kind of scary because the zombies kind of just wait until you get up. Now also, if your team is struggling, there's an amalgam. So you see how I'm focused. I killed the amalgam. There's no rush to kill patient 13. I am in zero hurry at all. So I can clear out all the zombies near me, and then I can shoot patient 13. I can clear out the zombies, right? You can use Ether Shroud. You can keep using Killjoys, and you can use choppers. If you use the choppers, just make sure you guys are behind these containers. If not, it'll kick you out. All right, he's about to do that blue attack. I'm just gonna shoot him. We're gonna keep our plates. Shoot him. Shoot the zombies. Watch out for that middle. You see how he just kind of slammed me? Gotta watch out for that. Out of ammo. Slide. He's almost dead here. All right, there he goes. And that is patient 13 in the Terminus boss fight on standard. Like I said, if you're struggling through this, like, I promise it gets better as you slowly go through it step by step. But hopefully by me talking through all of my steps, you got a better understanding of the Easter egg and what to do and when. I think a lot of times when you're learning new Easter eggs, you think, oh, I have to do this, 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 and this, and that can be kind of overwhelming. And so if you try to break it down, you know, kind of section by section, it's really not bad. And once you complete that, you get a better idea and things definitely start to run smooth. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If that video helped, please consider liking and subscribing. We're slowly on our way to building our YouTube channel. And if you want to ask me questions any other time, or you want to connect with me more off stream, you can join my Discord, discord.gg/mamak. And if you want to come watch me live, I stream every day on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern, unless I'm, you know, taking a day off, but I try to be there every day for you guys. So that's it. That's Terminus on standard. We're gonna have Citadel soon, so I hope this helped. If you need anything, let me know. You got this. Good luck, have fun, good night. You can do it. GG's.